I was going crazy.
Time for something.
This is the funk bass your mom will appreciate.
Getting slapped upside your head with only the best in bang and funk. It's funkfellasradio.com.
Are we getting funky? 1, 2, 3, 4, hit it!
All right, everybody, this is DJ Medina. It is that time again, that time of week, Funk Fellas Weekly here on Funk Fellas Radio. And you know, you have all been waiting patiently for this person that I have on the phone right now. You've seen the flyer, you know his music. You know, he is the king of the 808 right here. Hope everybody's ready. I have the Egyptian Lover here, right here on Funk Fellas Radio. How you doing today?
Oh man, I'm doing real good.
I have to tell you, you know, everybody always asks for Egyptian Lover here on Funk Fellas Radio.
That's love right there.
Mad love. And you know, and besides the radio, when we do our events, our monthly events, I have to play Egyptian Lover all the time. I'm playing this stuff as if it was 1984, 85. You know what I mean?
Hey, I love it.
You know, and what's great about you is that, you know, being a DJ at my age, I've been a DJ since I was 15, but I remember the time before the West Coast, you know, gangster rap and hip hop. And I remember that the music that you played was West Coast, if you even want to call it that. So to me, no doubt in my mind, you're an originator. I mean, it's just, it's amazing, the stuff that you've accomplished and how many people have tried to replicate what you do and how much of an influence you've had on music.
Yeah, I mean, that was some good times back then. I remember when I first heard Dr. Dre's Surgery. I was kind of mad because he was doing my same breathing and saying his name instead of my name on there, and it was like, wow, this is not cool. Then later on, I started saying, okay, I'm stealing stuff from Prince and Kraftwerk. I guess it's the same kind of thing. So it was okay.
You know, it's true because you know, a lot of younger cats that are listening. You know, I have to tell you is that when I still remember, I was so excited when I went to go buy my Dollar Freak album. You know, the record, the 12-inch, and then I got the you know, the EP, the Egypt. And I'm going to tell everybody right here, that breathing he did first. I can tell you that breathing was done first by Egyptian Lover. You know what I mean? And talking about amazing sound, because I know before you know, the music that was out, it had its own different kind of, you know, hip hop sound, whatever. It was brand new rap. But when you came out with your music, it had that total dance feel. Like you really wanted to dance to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You really wanted to get down. So you really brought an influence into it. And, you know, I hear a lot of people say, you know, and I think you've said it, if you get Kraftwerk together with the content of Prince, you've got Egyptian Lover.
Exactly.
And one thing I love about your music is that just like Prince was, you very sneaky on that innuendo on your music, and you're able to get away with it.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
So, you know, I'm gonna kind of go backwards a little bit. Let's talk about how Egyptian Lover started into music, wanting to be in music, produce music or whatnot.
Well, I started out when I was a DJ. Mm-hmm. So just being a DJ, I wanted to play more music with more beats, you know, more, you know, different kind of beats, because I was just really into the beats back then. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have a lot of records with bonus beats or instrumentals like that back then. So I always wanted to be that kind of artist that made bonus beats or records with big breakdowns and stuff like that. So as soon as I got a chance, I went to the studio and I did that, and I came out with Dollar Freaking Yes, Yes, Yes. And if you listen to Yes, 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 that 808 is just cracking with different kind of beats. Oh, yeah. And it's just going buck wild. Oh, yeah. So I started doing it that way, and then I fell in love with the studio. And I went back and I did Egypt. Also, I beat those boom and What Is a Beat If I Can't Scratch, and just fell in love with how the studio sounded and how, you know, it made my ideas come to life. And I was hooked ever since then. This was back in 83, 84. Mm-hmm. And I've been going to the studio even to this very day. I still go back to the studio. I don't do anything at home. I just go to the studio and record.
And I have to ask you, how did it feel for the first time when you had your hands on an 808?
Wow, when I heard the sound that came out of the 808, it sounded like a record already to me. So I knew that I had to have that machine to make a record.
Well, where did you actually find it at or see that you're just like, wow, I need to get this now?
Well, I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know what a drum machine was until Africa Islam came out from New York.
Uh-huh.
And I said, wow, your name is Africa Islam. Sound like Africa Bambaataa. They said, yeah, I know him. I call him my dad. I'm like, really? I said, what did they use? What kind of drum did they use on Planet Rock? He said, it wasn't a drum. It was a drum machine. And I was like, a drum machine? So yeah, they got him at the Guitar Center. So the next day we went to the Guitar Center. Mm-hmm. And one of the employees helped me program Planet Rock in the 808. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I started doing different beats to it. And I said, wow, I just made a new record just now. It's like, it sounds great. And people was crowding around in the Guitar Center like wow, that's a nice beat. And I'm like, I have to buy this. And I bought it, brought it home, filled it up with beats. And then like a week later, we had a dance at the sports arena with Uncle Jam's Army with 10,000 people. Mm-hmm. And I was playing Planet Rock. And on the breakdown, I played the 808 drum machine. And nobody stopped dancing. Everybody thought it was the record. And they kept dancing. And I was like, yes, I got 10,000 people dancing to a drum machine. And then I changed the beat. And people were asking, what record are you playing? What record are you playing? And I knew I had them right then and there. Then I started just going crazy with the 808. And they was just losing their mind.
Oh, wow. So, and the rest is history, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That 808 machine, I got to tell you, me personally, whenever I think of 808, I think of Egyptian Lover.
Dang.
I got to tell you, there's nobody, when I think of an 808 machine or I see it, I don't think of anybody but you. You know what I mean? To me, it's like, you might as well just call it the Egyptian Lover machine. You know what I mean?
That's right, baby.
You know what I mean? It's like, they seriously need to change that name. But that sound is just, you perfected it. You perfected it totally in your music. And, the reason I have a lot of respect for you too is that, of course, you were a DJ first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And meaning that you really knew your music, you really knew how to do your mixing and whatnot. But what happened for you after you started doing some of these beats and doing that? I mean, how did it get to the point where, it started to get put on vinyl?
Well, that was the whole goal, was to put it on vinyl and play it at the parties. I mean, we didn't have CDs and stuff like that. We only had vinyl.
Yeah.
So as soon as we made a record, I was with Uncle Jam's Army. We did a Freak Beat record label. Mm-hmm. And we put Dollar Freak and Yes Is Yes on that label. Then I put Easy Beach on that label. And I decided to go on my own road and make a lot more records. So I started my own record label, Egyptian Empire Records. And I still have that to this very day, and I'm still putting out records like that. I mean, I just always wanted to do my own thing because I don't want nobody to tell me what to do. I guess it's all about, for me being a Virgo, I have to be my own boss and release records when I want to release them. Nobody can tell me what to do, when to release it, what to release. So I just do everything on my own.
Yeah, and like we talked about a few minutes ago, of course, once you're doing your thing and you're putting out these singles and whatnot, of course, everybody's coming on to start biting everything you're doing, correct?
Right.
I mean,
it was crazy. I mean, everybody did. I mean, you had everybody from LA. You had the LA Dream Team. They had a record saying, "Don't breathe, don't breathe." I'm like, yeah, right. You're saying don't breathe, but you really want to breathe. And then they had Arabian Prince. Then you had the NWA, and you also had Dr. Dre and the Wrecking Crew. So I mean, all of LA was copying that style because they thought it was the LA style, when it was really just my style. But they thought it was the LA style, and they was doing their thing. And eventually, they moved on from that style and started doing their own thing, which really was them. And to this very day, I kept my own style.
Oh yeah, and you definitely have. One thing about you is that you definitely have not changed. You've kept true to the game and true to the music.
Yeah, kept true to myself.
Yeah,
this is what I love, and this is what I do.
Exactly. And like you were saying a little while ago, because you stayed true to yourself and you did your own label, it really is great for you because you've had so much creative control over just your stuff. Nobody has really put their hands into your music.
Right.
And I know that's really hard to do in this music industry.
It's true.
Everybody's always trying to put their hands in the cookie jar and trying to change what you're doing or whatever. So, definitely a lot of respect from me that you've kept true to that. And I know it's hard because I know people probably dangle money at you and sign this and we'll do that. I'm sure that's been thrown at you quite a bit.
Oh yeah. But if you do it for the money, you're not doing it. You're not doing what's true to you. I'm doing it for the love of my music and what I like to do. So that's why I got my own record label. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
That's nice. That's nice. So
if you make money is a plus.
Oh, of course, right? That's always the added thing. So let me go back a little bit before you started getting involved in producing and DJing. What kind of music did you listen to growing up, and who are your influences for the music you do today?
So many, but it would have to boil down to like Prince, of course,
Yes.
and Kraftwerk. But there's a lot of other things. When I was DJing, I listened to all kind of stuff. So like One Way, Confunction, Barcades, Rick James, all this stuff had a little bit of influence on me.
Mm-hmm.
Even like Orbit and The Beat Goes On. They had a part
Yes.
of the song that went womp 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 womp. And I took that kind of sound and put it in each beat. So I kind of get the melody from that and made it my own. And as well as other records I was DJing with at that time. If you hear a record called Something About You by Ebony Webb,
Yes.
they tried to steal a song from Prince called Head.
Yeah.
But they breathed in the song. And when they breathed in the song, I heard that breathing. I was like, man, I love that style of breathing, because I was already doing my style of breathing on different records that I got from Blowfly and older Prince songs. But when I heard them do theirs, I'm like, wow, they're copying Prince, but they have a nice little thing going on. So I kind of took the breathing from Ebony Webb as well. But then my beat goes boom, and just every time I heard some breathing, it's just like I gotta have that instrument, and that's me too. So I took the breathing and made it in every record like an instrument.
Oh, that's totally. When you hear that, and you know what? Anybody can try to do it, but no one does it like Egyptian Lover, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my thing now. And also the little click sound you hear, that.
Yeah.
The little click sound actually comes from the 808, and people who made the 808 didn't even know it came from their own machine.
Oh, wow.
And one day I told them that the sound came from their machine. It was like, really? Show us. So I went down to the offices and I showed them. And it was like, they were amazed, like, wow, okay, thank you.
Oh, man, you really are involved with the 808 when they're talking to you about the product, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. But, let me ask you this, too, about musically. Here you are, you're doing this label, and it, of course, it's getting very popular. You're getting it. When did you finally get it onto the airwaves? Because personally, I remember the first time I actually heard Egyptian Lover on the radio was on KDAY.
Yeah.
We
were doing commercials on KDA, and we knew everybody there. We were bringing commercials over there for Uncle Jam's Army parties, and they was already playing Dollar Freak and Yes Yes Yes. So when I played Egypt for them, they were like, "We need to play this right now." I said, "No, you got to wait 6 months because Dollar Freak just came out." So we held the record back 6 months, and then at that time, it's okay. Dollar Freak's been out 6 months. It's time to drop Egypt, and I let them drop the remix, and they loved it. They played every song on that EP.
Oh wow, yeah, it was that's where I personally where I first heard your music was on KDAY.
Yeah,
and that's where I heard. I remember, I don't know if you ever come down here in this part of Orange County quite a bit, but I remember I bought the Uncle Jam's Army Dollar Freak from Ghetto Records in Santa Ana.
Dang.
So I still have that original record, and I still play it. I still play it at the events.
Nice.
Yeah, but one thing I always had a problem with KDAY with Egypt. I had a big problem because it's a longer track. You know what I mean? And I remember they only played the instrumental. They never played the real vocal on it.
Yeah, they played the vocal, but they let it play all the way through to the end. So they played the whole 6.5 minute version of it.
Really? I remember when I was young, I used to call in there and I was like,
"Hey," the end of it.
Yeah. I always used to be like, "Can you play that?" They were pretty cool. And KDAY was definitely, gave a lot of airtime to a lot of people like you who needed it at the time. You know what I mean? I mean, no one else was giving it. And what's great is that I've seen the industry change so much over the past few years, and it was nice because I saw, of course, especially at the time when NWA started coming out hard with the gangster stuff. To me, that was always the separation here in the West Coast, where you kept where you were at and kept where you were going, and then they took the music somewhere else. So West Coast to me is like the dance part really got out of the music.
Right.
It really separated out, and I'm really glad you kept doing it because as a DJ, I needed to keep those people dancing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, I could play Freakaholic, but Boys in the Hood, you cannot dance the same way to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then who else did you have on your label after you started your label?
Well, I did Rodney Ocho Cooley.
Rodney O, and definitely you gave him a good push, right?
Oh yeah.
That's good. You still keep in touch with him?
Oh yeah, we did some shows together not too long ago.
Oh, nice. I saw Rodney O. I did a show with him and DJ Quick about a year ago.
Yeah,
that was nice.
So
yeah,
we're still doing that thing.
That's good. So, so with Egyptian Lover here, so what do you have going on now? I mean, I've got to tell you, I have that 1984 album, and that is off the chain. It's as if I'm in a time machine when I'm listening to it.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I called it 1984, because I recorded it the same way I recorded my first album in 1984. So I went back to the same studios, and I used the same equipment, and I captured the same sound, and I wrote the same way. Went to the major studios, sat down with a writing pad and wrote the songs in the studio. So it's the same exact feel as if I did my first album there, and that's why you hear that 1984 sound.
And what made you want to do this album when you did?
Well, right now I'm still doing a lot of shows, a lot of concerts, and the young kids all over the world. I mean, not just here in the U.S., but all over the world. They want to see, vinyl records being mixed because they had never seen this before. So I get up there with my same vinyl records I played back in the '80s, and I do my mix show, and then I go into my 808 set, and then I go into my live records, and I play some of the old stuff, and I play some of the new stuff. And the kids see the whole evolution of the Egyptian Lover, like how I started and where I am right now.
Yeah.
And they dig that. I mean, they don't want to see me just come out there and play some new stuff. They want to see me play the old stuff. So when I'm playing Planet Rock and mixing it and playing it backwards and mixing in Electric Kingdom, that's what they want to see. Like, what made him so popular? So I'm showing them what made me popular, and I'm showing them how I did what I did, and they really enjoy it.
And I'm really glad you're doing that. I think, I mean, personally, I think it's good that you're doing it because, music right now isn't too hot. I'm not a big fan of a lot of stuff that's coming out. So you kind of reminding the younger generation about true creativity and means a lot. And I think you're showing them like, hey, this is let's go back to basics for a second and let me show you how it's done. So I personally think that 1984 album is just amazing. I mean, one of my favorites on there is that Freaky Deaky Machine.
Oh yeah,
I love that one. And I mean, just everything on there. I even like the also on there. Anybody knows it, and I'm going to give you information on how to find the music. Is I also like the instrumentals and demos, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Yes, and you got that. I like that one track you have with Arabian Prince.
Oh yeah, here we go now.
Oh man, I heard that. I swear to God, it was 1988 all over again.
Yes.
I was like, man, my hair was growing out in the back a little bit. I felt like a whole vibe with hairspray in my hair and everything.
That's right.
It was cool.
That's what it's all about, man. It's all about having fun with the music, bringing back memories, even with the new stuff.
Definitely. And that's what I just love about it. And me personally, I have all your records. Being a DJ, I have all of your records. Every time something would come out, DSLs, you name it. You name it, computer, everything. Just, I have every record. And most of the DJs that I know, I mean, you have to have Egyptian Lover in your record bag or your crate. That's the only way to do it.
If you want to rock the party, you got to have it in there.
You do, and you have some mad fans. I'm telling you, a lot of people are wanting to find out, when you're going to be back here, especially back here in Southern California when you got shows. Right. I know right now you're on a big tour. I saw your flyer, and I've been sharing your flyer for your tour dates. I mean, you're like in Vietnam. I mean,
yeah, everywhere.
How the heck does Egyptian Lover get to Vietnam?
In Fontana. I got one coming up in Fontana August 5th.
Yes.
So I'll be in Fontana. It's like a big festival thing. It's like a whole bunch of people on there. It's 18 and over. It's called Hard Summer Music Festival. I mean, they got Snoop Dogg on there. They got Soul Cloud, Bordinsky, E40. I mean, it's just a bunch of people on there. And I'm definitely on that show. So it's going to be a Saturday and Sunday show, and I'm on a Saturday night. So definitely get some tickets for that. That's Hard Summer Music Festival, August 5th.
Oh, August 5th. Okay, people, August 5th. That's when he's back here, because I'm telling you, he's in Belgium. He's in France. I'm telling you, Egyptian Lover is definitely wanted all over.
Man, sharing that sound, man.
Yeah. So, and when you're leaving, leaving the United States and you're going to places in like in England or Belgium, all these places. I mean, how do they feel about Egyptian Lover out there? I mean, is it a different kind of feeling when you go out there for that love they have for your music, or
it's like 1984 all over again? I mean, they're new to it, so when they hear it, it's like brand new to them. And then when they see me mixing, they can't believe that somebody's doing this with records.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm back at the LA Sports Arena with 10,000 people. It's just a mad, crazy festival everywhere I go. And I love it. And even the DJs just freak out because they're using CDs and Serato. And when they see me bring the vinyl out, they kind of like giggle a little bit before I start. And then when I start getting down, they're like, oh, wow. Okay, this is how they used to really DJ back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, personally, being a DJ for that many years, I might have a bad back from all those crates we used to have to bring in.
Yeah,
but it's all worth
records,
it.
Even in Europe, I'm bringing my records. So
yeah, it's all good. And and that's one thing about this radio. Our DJs really stay true to the vinyl. I mean, pretty much 80% of the time they're playing vinyl.
Nice.
So we keep true to that, and that's why I really dig it. I saw your video, which I was really impressed with when you're at the Boiler Room.
Yes.
And I was watching. I'm like, oh man, you don't see that anymore. You know what I mean? I know I do that, but when Egyptian Lover's doing it, it's magic. You know what I mean? And I really dig that. I really dig your whole style of everything. I mean, your music that you pick. I mean, it's just. I'm so glad you're still keeping it going and you're still doing it. And you're doing it at our age. I'm not going to bring up our age, but we're definitely older cats now. You know what I mean? But it's nice to know that you're still doing it like you were doing it years ago.
Yep. And that 808 is timeless. So it's ageless and timeless when I bring that 808 on stage.
Yeah. And and the music, I was really listening to, of course, before I'm doing this interview, of course, I'm really getting myself into that Egyptian Lover mode, listening to all the music and everything. And I could see where your Prince influence is, because I'm bringing it up again. I didn't really, I have to tell you, the first time I ever heard the word menage a trois was from one of your records. I have to tell you that right now, because you realize I'm born in 73 and realize that when your records are coming out, and think about the age here, you know what I mean? I was a Catholic schoolboy, at the time. So you're the one who messed me up, man. Menage a trois, man, right. On a record. And I still remember, like, what's that mean? You know what I mean? I still remember that. So that's a little side joke for everybody. And I know my mom's listening, going, "Oh, yes, I definitely know about that." What's menage a trois? It's French.
Funny.
It's French. Yeah. Egyptian Lover is just showing his love for the French language.
That's right.
So that is good. So, how is it today when, especially now you're traveling and you're on the road and everything, and I'm sure you run into a lot of other artists. How do the other artists take to you that, pretty much like that came up around the same time that you did, that you kind of reconnect with? I mean, how is it, kind of being with your peers, and kind of seeing what they're doing and seeing what you're doing, and, how do they interact with you?
I think it's a mutual respect with all those cool cats.
Mm-hmm.
So I still do shows with a lot of them. I just came out the studio with Juan Atkins from Cybertron, and also came out the studio with Nucleus.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm doing a song with both of them on my next album, 1985.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out really nice. I mean, all us old school cats kind of, we know each other. We've been on the road, many concerts together. Curtis Blow, all of them. So I'm friends with all of them.
You know who had a lot of respect for you that talked about you on the show I had on a few months back was Reggie Griffin.
Yes.
Because everybody knows Reggie Griffin from Murder Rock and stuff, whatever. But same thing. He just was stopped and he goes, "Man, don't get me started with Egyptian Lover and the 808."
Dang.
Man had mad respect for, and he was telling people that's somebody that seriously, even all the way from where I'm from, he goes, being from Ohio, he goes, that right there is a cat who his music definitely at the time traveled over here and was very, the music was very influential on what I did.
I still play Murder Rock in my set too, so
really,
still got love for Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie's a cool cat. Yeah, he had a lot of good things to say for you about you on the radio. Great. But so let everybody know right now, where can we get the 1984 album and then instrumentals and demos, Volume 1 and Volume 2?
Well, if you're doing the download thing and you're buying it just to listen to, I would go to bandcamp.com
mm-hmm.
and go to Egyptian Lover, and you'll see the 1984 album on there. You see the instrumentals and demos album on there, and you also see the anthology I did on Stone's Throw on there as well. It has all the early music on there, like Dollar Freak and I Need a Freak and all that. So those three albums are definitely a plus to get. And if you want to buy the vinyl, the 1984 album is on vinyl, and you go to your record stores and request it. They'll order something, put something in there for you.
Definitely. I have the downloads. I definitely got to get the vinyl. I am big on the vinyl, so I definitely got to get that album. Jeez, I need to get doubles for sure.
That's right.
That's the only way to do it, right? So let me ask you this. What do you have going on in the future? Like you've done your 1984 album.
Yes.
What projects are you working on like right now and in the future?
Right now, I'm working on 1985 album. So it's the follow-up to the 1984
nice.
album. Like I said, I'm doing a song with Nucleus, with Cybertron, and it's a lot of really good songs in there. I'm about one song away from it being done. I'm gonna hold it back for probably another 9 months, 10 months, and then put it out because I'm just a little too busy right now. But as soon as I put it out, that might be the last time I ever do, or I might do one more album after that called 1986, where I'll do like more of the Lindrum, the Prince style stuff, and like Freakaholic and songs like that. So I'm debating that right now, but we're thinking about it, and that might not come out till 2020. So I got a lot of studio ahead of me and a lot of fun with a lot of great people.
Man, I want this music now. I can't believe you're going to be working on some good stuff, and I know everything you put out is amazing.
Thank you.
And like we were talking about a while ago, about Prince and whatnot. Some people send me some information and questions that they want me to ask you, and somebody wanted me to ask you. They know that you're a big Prince fan, and they wanted to know if you ever had a chance to meet him.
Oh yeah, a couple times.
Oh really?
And it was definitely a mutual respect. His bodyguard was a friend of mine. His bodyguard used to work for music people who did the music for Uncle Jam's Army. Mm-hmm. And when the bodyguard told me that Prince was a fan of mine, I'm like, yeah, right. You're just saying that because I'm a big Prince fan. I said, no, he really likes your stuff. He was listening to your CD in the car. I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. So when I finally met him, I was talking to the bodyguard, and Prince came out the room, and he just stared at me like, wow, that's Egyptian Lover. And I was staring at him like, wow, that's Prince. And it was just like that for like 30 seconds. I was like, dang, this is so cool. Like, I guess he really is a fan, and I'm a fan too. So then later on, I found out that Prince really liked a lot of music. I mean, people didn't know this, but he liked all kinds of music.
Yes.
And he really went to see people perform. He came to see me perform before, and he loved music. He was involved in all kinds of music, and I really appreciate that.
Wow, that's if Prince likes your music, you got it going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was it right there. I loved it.
Another question they wanted me to ask you is, name a couple of your favorite Prince songs. I mean, personally, there's so many, but what were your favorite? A couple of your songs that you love?
Probably Head, Let's Work, and Irresistible Bitch.
Irresistible Bitch is one of my favorites. That is definitely a song that doesn't get a whole lot of credit.
Yeah.
Oh wow, so that's good. And then of course, I know you're a big fan of Kraftwerk.
Yes.
Have you ever had a chance to meet them?
Never met them.
Never met them. I know they still tour too.
Oh yeah, I did some shows with them, but I never met them.
You never met them personally? Oh really? That's kind of odd, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really good. I would love to go to a concert that had you and them together. I wish I missed that one.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
But in Kraftwerk, I mean, Kraftwerk's kind of a, I definitely can see like how you described of having that, that feel of Kraftwerk and mixed in with that Prince content and whatnot. But, I love your music and how it has so much personality to it, Like when I listen to it, and talk about the undertone is just so sexualized. I mean, to me, it's like I grew up thinking Egyptian Lover's a pimp. This guy, this guy must have women everywhere. And then, all your album covers. I mean, you look like you don't even need to say anything. You just stand there, and I could just see everybody must have been like, "Oh my God, Egyptian Lover!" You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was how it was, man.
Man, you still got it going on now, man. Jeez, come on.
That's how it was. Well, you got the internet now, so people tell on people now. So too many photos, too many camera phones, and all that. So I'm glad I didn't grow up in this age.
Yeah. And and I know how popular that you became back in the 80s. And, how did it feel?
No internet.
Yeah. How did it feel now? I mean, back then when you started having that fame, how did that make you feel? Cool. Like, that people were vibing off you so much, loving your music,
Yeah, it was cool, man. It's like being a DJ and you find a rare record.
Yeah,
you play it for the first time and everybody danced to it. And you're like, yeah, they danced to the song that I found. But instead of that, they danced to the song that I made. So it's kind of cool.
And how long after you started putting out the records, I mean, was it pretty instant where all of a sudden you had people getting a hold of you all over to book you and bring you over here to this part of the United States or bring you over there? I mean, was it pretty instant, or did you kind of like, Did you kind of have to take a while for that to kick in?
No, it was instant. Like, as soon as the record came out, I had a phone number on the record where they can call the distribution company. And so I had somebody working there to actually book the show. So the same number would book me or buy more records and stuff like that. So it just happened simultaneously.
Nice. And then let me ask you here too. So you do reside here in Southern California?
Yeah.
You still live here? So
yeah.
You've never left, huh?
Nah,
that's nice. So so definitely you like doing a lot of the venues out here and doing events out here for all of us locals, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I know me personally, I know that if I saw you somewhere, I would definitely know who you were. Do you get a lot, like when you're walking the street, a lot of people just all, oh my God, that's Egyptian Lover. Do you get a lot of that?
Oh yeah. If I go walk around, just say the block at the Orange or whatever, people come up all the time.
Oh really? Do you go to the block a lot?
Oh yeah, I like that little restaurant over there, the Market Broiler.
Oh yeah. I literally the studios and where I live is literally like not even 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
that's the next area.
Oh man, I probably walked right by you, didn't even know it. So there you go, everybody listening in. Egyptian Lover likes the block. So, keep your eyes open, Just keep your eyes open. He might be walking there, he'll have those sunglasses on and whatever, but you cannot miss Egyptian Lover. That's for sure.
That's right.
Well, that's good. And I ask you this, and we were just talking about at the beginning of this interview. Do you talk to Dr. Dre, or have going back in time talking about stuff or anything like that?
No, I haven't talked to him, but I talked to Radiant Prince. Me and him did a lot of things together, a lot of shows together. We're actually doing a show together pretty soon on it's actually July 1st. We're doing a show together. So I talked to those guys. I think Dre's a little too busy right now.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No one should be too busy for Egyptian Lover. That's just my opinion. But that's what I just love about your music. I see, like I said, there's a lot of these people out there, and you've just been doing it for so long. And I'm going to say this, and I'm saying this as a compliment. You are truly unsung. I feel that you do not get enough credit for what you've done and what you've contributed musically to hip hop in general. Whether it's electro hop or hip hop West Coast, you have done so much because, after you came out with that music, I can hear these songs and you can just hear, wow, that's Egyptian Lover right there. They're even now, some of these people have, until recently, they're still copying your stuff.
Oh yeah, like My Humps and all that.
Yes, My Humps, yes. And, Bone Thugs and Harmony did it, a lot of people bands have just done that. I'm thinking, God, that's Egyptian Lover. Come on. But that breathing, anybody tries doing that breathing, it's fake. It's not the real deal. You know what I mean?
That's right. Well, I appreciate it, though. I appreciate all of them doing it. I like being, unsung. I like being the person under the radar. That way I still can walk at the block and don't get hassled,
You like that?
I love it. I wouldn't want to be somebody to go out and everybody ask, 100 people ask for autographs before you make it to the theater. It's like, that's not cool.
Yeah. That's true.
So, I rather just go one autograph, I'm good, and I'm in there.
And and I'm going to ask you this too. A DJ to DJ, and I know a lot of people who listen, and there's a lot of DJs who listen worldwide on this station, and they have a lot of respect for you because you're a DJ. And I have to ask you this: do you still have that? Do you still get that high when you're spinning for a crowd?
Oh yeah.
To me, it's
all DJs do.
Oh yeah, because I still have it. Even at 43 years of age, I still.
Oh yeah.
I play it and I'm thinking to myself, I feel it just like I did when I was 15.
Oh yeah. I love playing music for the crowd. I love doing tricks on the turntables, and it's just being a part of being a DJ. It's in my DNA. So I get up there and I get that same feeling that all DJs get when they up there playing their first record, and all the way until they're playing their last record, knowing their set's about to end. That same feeling, like, yes, I did it.
Yeah. And I take it you still have a huge vinyl collection.
Oh yeah, I stopped collecting vinyl, I think, in the mid '90s, but I have so many records from the '80s and the early '90s.
That's nice. So so when you do these gigs, you really do all vinyl, man. I you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Hats
All vinyl.
off to you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. I mean, other DJs out there listening, I do believe this. Egyptian Lover here might agree or disagree. I think he'll agree, but I think every DJ out there who begins now should automatically always begin on vinyl.
Yeah, you can start on vinyl, learn the techniques, and then you can go to your Serato or your CDs or what you want to do. But try to learn the basics first on vinyl, and that way you'll learn how the old DJs did it, and then you can add your own style to it. I mean, there's a lot of tricks you can do with Serato, a lot of tricks you can do with CDs.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of tricks you can do with vinyl as well. And when you're doing tricks with the vinyl, it's actually a better show
Yes.
to the people because they know that's not possible, but he's still doing it.
Yeah, it is.
And that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
I remember when I first, when Serato first came out, this one girl walked up to the DJ booth and she said, "My boyfriend is a DJ." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine and dandy, but I'm doing my thing right now." But she was kind of cute, so I didn't kick her off the stage. She said, "I want to know," she said, "how in the world are you playing music without a laptop?"
Are you serious? And what did you say?
She said, "How are you playing music without a laptop?" And I just looked. She said, "I said, your boyfriend's a DJ, huh?"
What, born in what, 2001 or what?
Man. So she did not understand like how is the vinyl playing without a laptop giving it music. So she had no idea what a record was. So I had no time to explain to her.
So pretty much when she told you that, you forgot how cute she was for a second.
Right. It's like, get off
And
stage.
your jaw dropped and you're like, "Oh yeah, get off stage." Oh wow, that's crazy. So besides using turntables, let's say you're not using vinyl, what is your other format that you'll use?
808.
Oh, so you really keep it true to vinyl 100% then, huh?
Yes. And I play the 808 when I'm not playing records.
Nice. So you don't have a Serato system or anything?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Me, I took the plunge about a year and a half ago. And I actually got myself a Serato, SL3. Still using the vinyl. No, don't get me wrong, but I had to take that plunge only because that new music's not on vinyl.
Right. So I don't play the new music, so
yeah,
it's
exactly.
not a necessity for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I like what they and Roland came out with the Serato 808 thing. I mean, that's pretty cool. I've seen Arabian Friends use that one. And you can add the beats to it and loop it and do some tricks. I mean, there's a lot of tricks you can do. You can actually produce more with the new technology. And I think that's really good for the younger generation to get out there and produce more and make their set different than everybody else's DJ set. And I think Serato and people like that are helping them do that. And I think that's a plus for the future.
Yeah.
But me, I'm 53 years old. I'm sticking with the past. I'm sticking with my vinyl, and that's that.
Oh man, you have 10 years on me, man. Shoot, man, the stuff that you've seen and how you've been on the scene with hip hop and the West Coast and electro funk to just grow. I mean, like it did with you. That's amazing. I really wish I could just be a little bit older to see and be involved in things that you were involved in.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
And it's never gonna be like that again.
Yeah, but I lived it and I have it in my memory, so I'm good.
That's good. And I have to say this too. I'm saying this personally myself. Me, if I had a movie company or I did documentaries, I hope they do one day. Somebody out there listening, you got to do a documentary, a full-blown documentary on Egyptian Lover. I really believe that somebody needs to do it soon because I think you have so much to offer to share your stories and to share your techniques and what you know and your music know-how. I mean, I think that would be amazing. A lot of people would want to see that.
Oh yeah, I'm working on 2 different things right now, so you may get your wish.
Oh, really? That's nice. Is that something that you're doing or someone else is doing?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Oh, well, you know what they say: if you want it done right, do it yourself, right?
Yep, I've been doing it all myself from day one. So being the Virgo that I am, I got to do it myself.
Nice. So that's just good. And I'll ask you this. I had some other questions that some people had for you. They wanted to know if you were married or single. Some of the ladies were asking this, if you were single or married. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna ask them and see, because the ladies still love you.
Right. I married my best friend.
Really? Wow.
I married the girl who introduced me to Kraftwerk music.
Really? Oh, wow. And how long's that been?
We've been married since '99.
Nice. That's cool. That's cool.
We actually went to school together.
What school did you go to?
I went to James Monroe High School in the San Fernando Valley.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, that's nice. So you've been with her for a while then.
Oh yeah.
Known her for a while. That's nice. And she introduced you to Kraftwerk?
Yeah, she brought a Kraftwerk album to my house one day and asked me to put it on tape for her. And that was the first time I ever heard it. It was the Numbers album, the Computer World album.
Mm-hmm.
And I just fell in love with that album. Like, what is this? This is futuristic. I love this. And when I gave her back the tape and the album, she said I can keep the album because all she wanted was the tape. And I listened to that album over and over and over again. And I just wanted to do something, a rap to it. But then Planet Rock came out and I said, oh, wow, they beat me to it. But then I knew it was a good idea because they did it and it sounded good. So I knew the style that I wanted to do was that Kraftwerk beat with a nice chant rap from Prince, and I knew that was a good combination. That was going to be my style, and I created that morph together to make my own style.
Wow. And you know what? She has to be a special woman to be married to Egyptian Lover because she has to have that love for music just as much as you do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Does she go and she travels with you on your stuff?
No, I travel alone.
You travel alone?
Me and my 808.
You don't even need a bag. You just need your 808, right?
That's it.
That is so cool. I really, you know what? I really appreciate you being on the show today. You know, everybody, I'm telling you, Egyptian Lover is someone that we needed to have on this show. You know, and one thing about Funk Fellas Radio is I love to have artists on here, and I like them to tell their stories. I like them to talk about their influences, you know, because I just don't like the fact that a lot of these artists, not saying that, you know, of course you're not near the age, but I have a lot of artists that we know who passed away, and they're not celebrated when they're alive as much as until after they're passed away. And
exactly.
Funk Fellas Radio, I mean, I've had a lot of people, especially in the funk, regular funk genre, some electro, and I try to celebrate them here on Funk Fellas Radio, and I celebrate you, brother. I celebrate you and everything you do.
Thank you.
You know, so, you know, everybody, you got to get his music, 1984 album, bandcamp.com, and find Egyptian Lover on there. Follow him on Instagram, follow him on Facebook, like his page. I'm telling you, and if you go to his pages, you're going to find everything you need to know. That's why I found out he's on tour, and I started looking at all these dates. I'm thinking to myself, man, did Egyptian Lover just come out today? Is this 1984 now? Because he's all over the damn place. You know what I mean? Like, wow. It's like, take a break, brother. I was looking at that thing going, wow. And I see some of these shows are back to back.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, he's going to different countries, and 2 days later, he's playing somewhere else in a different country.
Exactly.
You know, so that's cool. That is really cool. I'm really glad that, you know, there's a lot of artists that I've been working with and talking to, and a lot of these artists think they're big time, and they're not traveling anywhere other than very locally, and you're all over the place. It says a lot. It says a lot. And I definitely know, especially out there in Europe, being that they're so big on electronic music, I know that's why they have to love you so much.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kraftwerk is from Germany, so
yeah.
Every time I do a Germany show in Germany, it's just sold out, packed, and I think just the word spreads around that it's a good show. People go to a festival and they tell all their friends, you have to see this show, and then the word spreads. The promoters will be at a show and they say, okay, I saw you at this festival, I want to book you at my club, or I saw you at this club, I want to book you for this festival, and it's just the word just spreads and spreads and spreads. And then they'll watch the border room, or they'll watch some YouTube footage of me doing some things, and they just love it. And I mean, proof is in the pudding. Once you see the artist and he's rocking the house, you know, they want to book you for a show.
Yeah, and everybody, and also on YouTube, and I was looking up a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I got to tell you what I love about Egyptian Lover is I can't do this because I'm just DJ Medina, but this is Egyptian Lover. He's playing his records, and he's putting the microphone, and he's actually singing with his own records. How badass can you get? You know what I mean? He's playing his own records, and I mean, you do a great show. It isn't when you're up there, you're not just, you know, performing and doing your stuff. You're putting on this show, and everybody is so entertained. You're like the whole package, right, brother. You make it fun for everybody.
That's what I try to do, man.
You know, and
like the song says.
Oh yeah, you know, you definitely make it happen, and you know, we appreciate everything you've done, whatever, you know. And I have to tell you again, one of my favorites of all time is still Egypt. That song changed me. I got to tell you that was one of the songs that made me want to become a DJ.
Nice.
And so I have to tell you that thank you for putting that out and making me buy 4 copies of that record. You know, because I was one of those turntablists. So me, I like doing the doubles and all that stuff. So I always wanted to have, you know, 2 turntables to go back and forth on. So your record was literally one of the first records I ever did that with.
Nice.
You know, so, you know, that's why I said it's an honor to have you on here. Everybody just loves you, and you know what? And you have that. You're so suave, man. I mean, you're so suave. I mean, your wife must be like, man, I have a suave husband. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, hey, you know, like all your album covers, whatever, you're always standing there next to your car looking like all badass and everything. It's like, and then you play the record like, man, he probably doesn't even break a sweat when he makes his music. This is just Egyptian Lover, you know what I mean?
Natural Egypt.
There you go. There you go. So everybody, this is Egyptian Lover. And right now I'm going to do a live set dedicated to Egyptian Lover. And it's going to be all his music, his newer stuff, his older classic stuff. I'm going to put it all in one big mix. And I hope you guys enjoy it. The first hour is going to be dedicated to this great man right here.
Thank you.
So I hope I pay good tribute to you, and I hope you enjoy the mix. You know, and you know, there's a lot more heat on me because he's not just, you know, an artist, he's a DJ. So, oh man, I'm gonna start sweating after this. You know what I mean? I got to make sure I do a good job. So after
DJ
this,
Medina in the mix.
yes, I'm gonna have to. After this, I'm gonna have to send a message over to, you know, a private message to Egyptian Lover, and he's gonna have to rate me. I'm gonna say, can you rate me from 1 to 10? Playing your music. I hope I get a 10. You know, but hey, I've been playing your music since I was 15 on the vinyl, so I hope I better be good by now, right?
Hell yeah.
So thank you so much, brother, for being on. Thank you for thanks for being the 808 King, you know, doing your thing. And everybody, you know, like everybody knows, Egyptian Lover's music's always here on rotation. Egypt, Freakaholic, and all those songs are always on here, played on Funk Fellas Radio. So, you know, we thank him and we celebrate him for being who he is. And everybody make sure you follow him online, get his music, and I'll keep everybody up to date when he's going to be here locally. And all my people that are out of the area, I'll make sure I share his flyer, and make sure if you're out there in Europe, my listeners in Europe or anywhere else, I'll make sure that you can find him for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so here I go. Thank you much, brother. Right now it's me, DJ Medina, in the mix. But before I go, I have to ask the most important question to Egyptian Lover before we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is some Barbara Walters stuff. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What's the #1 funk station online doing the thing?
Funk Fellas Radio, baby.
Oh yeah, Funk Fellas Radio. Let's do this. DJ Medina in the mix with the best of Egyptian Lover.
You are live in the cut with the Funk Fellas. It's going down. Right now with DJ Medina.
Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hello, baby.
Here I am, mind so blue. Fix on my mind, I don't know what to do. Shall I sit here, or shall I call up a freak to drive me up the wall?
Hello, baby. What's the scene? Can I come pick you up in my limousine?
Just ain't nobody bad like me. I make you great freaking tea.
Open your book, baby, to page freak. Dollar chick every day during the week. Tell me, baby. In pyramids on the Nile, I ride my camels through the sand with style. I got an 8-way phone to call my freaks. I catch 100 different chicks per week. My telephone never stops ringing, and in my shower my freaks never stop singing. Some say I'm conceited, but I can't be beaten. Give me respect, though I really don't need it. Egyptian lover, yes, that's me. Baby, I'm the king of ecstasy. I'm so sexy, I'm so unique. I'm the Egyptian lover, you little freak. Can you hang? Can you deal? The Egyptian lover loves for real. Step this way into my heart, so I can rip your poor mind straight apart.
Egyptian lover, Meridian perfect Egyptian lover.
sexuality. They blow my mind with what they say, and how they do it all night, all night. I'll never leave, it's here I'll stay. I must confess it's alright. Built like a brick house, baby. Then you could be a freak of mine. See all kind of girls out here to whet my appetite. I'm steady pleased, morning, noon, and night. Creole, Brazilian, Puerto Rican, and Hawaiian. They're all so fine, they got my nature pumping, flying. Girls. There's a new guy in town. I'm rocking, girl, I'm shocking every chick up around. There's no one that can hang, cause my hands are so quick. Doing tricks on two turntables, baby, I'm so slick. And my beat goes boom, 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 boom. I live in LA, there's lots of catch action there. Say freak menage a trois, come closer dear. Let's pretend you're a Ferrari and I will drive. I'm gonna show you why Egyptian lover is so alive. And my beat goes boom, 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 boom. Now it's time to rock this place. Rock the party so hearty. See the sweat on your face. Baby, I'm tough, tough. I'm rough, rough. I'm so unique. I've got the baddest jams around. You little freak, freak this. Everybody jam to the beat that's hot. Surely gonna be the best one Earth's got. I just wanna rock and make you free, cause I am the creator of this beat. Wie in Bauchte Sande, Bauchte Sande, Mutterba. Wie in Bauchte Sande, Bauchte Sande, Mutterba. Wie in Bauchte Sande, Bauchte Sande, Mutterba. Wie in Bauchte Sande, Bauchte Sande, Mutterba.
his body's always gets me high. It's a girl from my mind all the time, I fantasizing. Luscious lips, luscious curves, so mesmerizing. Sweet, sexy, painless look, comes to me high. I'm craving a desire of BBS delight. Risque, spicy, dirty machine. Baby, 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 I'm your freaky, freaky machine.
1, 2, 3, 4 times.
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 I can do anything you want me to. Even those cheeky things are too much to do. Private and discreet, no one will ever know. Let loose your imagination and lose control. Candles, dishes, roses, oil, fruits, and wine. Paradigm, gadgets, sticks, coincidence, time. I'm the greatest pleasure your body could need. I'm the one and only freaky, freaky machine.
1, 2, 3, 4 times.
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 Freaky, freaky.
one. Yes, my mother's sickness.
DJ Medina. You are live in the cut, fellas.
one time. Hit it, heat up my mind. We keep it hot, burning hot. We keep it hot, burning hot. We keep it hot, burning hot. We keep it hot, yeah, burning hot. the light once you could not see. From your king, Egyptian lover, that's me. Come into my dream, baby. There's so much for a girl like you to see. It's not what it seems, baby. I'm your king, fulfilling fantasy.
These are stories I've never ever told, because they are so very, very cold. A monkey acting like a reincarnation, and they look like simulation.
Everybody come along and let's leave this boring USA. Egypt is a place to be where all the love was played. Little girl, you think you're fine, stars from Hollywood. Matched up to the women in Egypt, you never could look that good. Everybody come along and let's leave this boring USA. Egypt is a place to be where all the love was played. Little girl, you think you're fine, stars from Hollywood. Matched up to the women in Egypt, you never could look that good. I like the way you move your assets. You wiggle, pop, twist and grind like a goddess. The look of perfection, skin showing for enticement. Ecstasy fills my veins like an addict. Rolling her midsection, I love that technique. Doing flirtatious moves, a living fantasy. Sexy eyes staring at me as you move it slow. Can you do that routine right there for a private show? Belly dance, belly dance for me. Belly dance, belly dance for me. Jewels in your hair, dressed like a genie. Tantalize my mind with creativity, arousing my imagination with your exotic dance. Moving to the rhythm with a taste of romance. Seductive temptress, vision of lust. Tripping like fantastic, so mysterious. Woman of women, you got me imagining. Radiant one with so much passion, you're so pleasing. Belly dance, belly dance for me. 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 I like the way that you twist with the chime. Take control of the room, I'm losing my mind. Delightful, desirable, ravishing dream. Enchanting, attracting, she's so amazing. I'm so excited. Encore, encore. So intoxicating. I got to have more. Drop dead gorgeous, voluptuous, and aphrodisiac. You stimulated my curiosity. Now there's no turning back. Belly dance, belly dance. Belly dance, belly dance for me. Belly dance, belly dance for me.
Right now with DJ Medina.
1, 2, 3, 4. Freak this.
Come to satisfy me. I need a freak. I say? I need a freak to get me through the day. I need a freak to treat me right. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak to hold me tight. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak with curly hair. When I need this freak, I need her to be there. Oh, come on! I need a freak to treat me right. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak, I really do. I need a freak, one who acts and looks like you. I need a freak, hear what I say. I need a freak to get me through the day. I need a freak to treat me right. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak every day and every night. I need a freak every day and every night.
Funk Fellas Radio, baby.